year for the recruiting in regards to FSU and what they're doing over there in Tally. Again, I don't mind it. I think it's good for football as long as they're not taking our guys, but it seems to be coming down there. There's a couple dogs that we're going back and forth with.
Couple of head-to-heads, yeah. Look, it's going to be a very, very busy June for official visitors. FSU is hosting, I want to say, 6 prospects this weekend alone, but overall for this month, we've got over 30 prospects on official visits. Obviously, just this weekend coming in, we've got Wardell Mack, who is a corner out of Louisiana. Look, it's difficult to get kids out of Louisiana with LSU floating around, so that doesn't feel like it's got a lot of traction to it. But look, he's a 4-star kid. I believe he's visiting Florida later this month. It's kind of flip-flopping things around. We're backloaded on June, as you guys are a little bit more on the front side of the month. But a couple of big star guys, all 4-star prospects, all coming in this week. It looks promising for the week after. Moving into the 16th, this is where I believe that we're going to walk away with one of the biggest commitments that we'll have all year long. Charles Lester III, 5-star, consensus 5-star corner.
Putting it out there, boys.
Yep, he's been the worst silent commitment for Florida State for the last couple of months. It's been a horribly kept secret. But he's going to be on campus for his official visit. Probably his 14th visit in the last year, but his official visit is on June 16th. He's going to be on his official visit along with BJ Gibson, who is already a wide receiver, hard commitment for Florida State. They're also going to have Ricky Knight, who is a surging 3-star cornerback. That looks like it may be somebody that Miami can snag. But for right now, if I had to say what Florida State's going to walk into our big recruiting weekend at the end of this month, what are we going to walk away with? I would say over these next 2 weeks, we should be able to have Charles Lester as a true commitment, a 5-star kid with a consensus ranking. It looks like over 90, 95, 96 points on 3 alone. Look, the Jeremiah Smith is coming in on the 19th. I'm not even going to put a lot of stock into it. It's a 2-day visit. He comes in on a Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So again, I'm not gonna hang my hat on that one. But look, June 23rd, huge weekend for FSU. We have got 13 4-star kids coming in, along with Landon Thomas, who is the 5-star tight end committed to Florida State. The kid who flipped from us to Georgia, and he did the rare thing that Soder said almost never happens, and he's right. We got the flip back. So Landon Thomas will be on campus on the 23rd, along with some big time kids that Florida State desperately needs. We do not have a very strong trench class right now on the offensive and defensive lines. However, we do have Jonathan Daniels, 4-star offensive tackle out of Florida. Looks like he's about 90 to 95% Florida State. That will be his official visit. Jason Zamandela, another offensive tackle, big kid, 4-star, rated over 94 on 3. He's about 96%. They haven't put an RPM or a crystal ball or whatever term what these guys are using, but they haven't gone as far as to say that, but it looks very, very good. Dylan Stevenson, I think we talked about him just a little bit, edge kid out of Miami. He'll be on campus on the 23rd. Mekhi Danzy is a guy that is an athlete. He looks like he could play likely the corner position. He could play safety. It's down to Florida State in Florida. It's the head-to-head battle for us. He's out of the state of Florida, but he is from Tallahassee. I haven't heard you guys talk about him very often, and I'm surprised that his name hasn't come up more, because he's been very much engaged with Florida as much as he has with FSU. I don't know if maybe there's just not a lot of traction with whether they think Florida's going to get him, so he doesn't come up. But that would be another big time athlete for us to put likely in the secondary. The big recruit that we would love to see come out of the 23rd is, I'm going to butcher this kid's name, Manasseh Eteti, out of California. He's an offensive tackle, 4-star. plays a very, very, very strong level of competition out there. 6'5", 294 pounds. And that's high school size. That's not, that's not what you do when you get to this next level in their weight and meal program. So look, the 23rd is a huge weekend for us. Those kids, the majority of them are all very, very well weighted towards FSU. So to be able to kind of, like you guys mentioned, close strong, that would be a great weekend for us to do it. If we can walk out of that weekend going in with Charles Lester under our belt and then come out of there with 2 or 3 of these big offensive tackles, potentially even Dylan Stevenson at the edge position, that'd be a huge get. We have Dylan Stevens as a 4-star defense. That's what I thought you were talking about earlier. Dylan Stevenson is an edge guy out of Miami, 4-star kid, but looks like he's leaning heavily to FSU.
Yeah, look, guys are doing good things. I predict FSU to finish first this year in the ACC. So in recruiting for 2024, which would be good. I mean, the Clemson's been up there for a while now. About time they get their throne taken down. But good stuff, man. Hope you guys, FSU fans, enjoyed that. Dave and I did not,